Honestly, probably about 15 years ago. John and I have been married for about 20 years, and I married an avid outdoorsman. He loves to hunt and fish, and I had never really taken on the sport very much, but when I married him, it came naturally. I wanted to be outdoors. I wanted to scout with him and enjoyed walking through the woods and just enjoying that time together. And so that's really how I got started, was just the encouraging role from him and wanting to be together in the woods. It was great. Probably the funniest thing that I can think of would be something that's happened recently. This past deer season, John and I have been training and working hard at our archery and making sure that I'm good to go when it comes to shooting a deer for the first time with my bow. And we got in the tree stand and everything looked great, and we had been up there for several days, just every morning, every afternoon, looking for a deer to harvest, and it was exciting. And I just knew I was going to be able to take something nice this year. And as soon as the nicest buck approached, John had the camera on, and I just knew I was going to take it this time, and it was going to be on film for the first time. And I went to draw my bow back, and it felt like a 200-pound bow. I couldn't pull it back. I couldn't do anything. All I did was go just like this, and I never even could pull it back. I just got buck fever, and sure enough, we had to let it go, and that was the only thing I caught on tape, was just me pulling it back and not ever getting even the archery loose. So it just happens, but that was the funniest thing, most certainly. I think the most important thing that our students bring to the table when it comes to leadership and hunting in the outdoors is simply just leading by example. I think we get caught up socially with thinking that basketball is it, or it's all about football, or it's all about cheerleading. And quite honestly, we have a lot of students that love to hunt and fish and can be great leaders. They're great family members. They're great fathers. They can be great mothers. They can be great dads. They can be professionals at what they do. And I think sometimes we just take for granted that hunting and fishing doesn't set that student up for leadership. And quite honestly, that's the opposite of what we feel at Student Outdoor Experience, is that we want every student to have the opportunity to be a great leader. And I think it's just leading by example, and I think they have a lot of potential in leading their friends and their family and just doing what they love and having a passion for it. That's what I think. I honestly believe in today's world, it is a very me-focused world, and in order to be a great leader, we have to show care and compassion for others. It is important that as students, you recognize how to put others first. And when others see your passion for the outdoors, when others see how much you care for the outdoors, it is leading by example, and it is so important for others to see how much you care about them first. There are definitely times where with SOE Farms, if we didn't care for the property, we wouldn't have a great place for people to come, for our students to enjoy hunting on our place. And if we didn't care for it, if we didn't take care of it, if we didn't manage it well, if we didn't set out food plots, if we didn't harvest the right animals and get it prepared, then we wouldn't be able to enjoy it as much as we do today. If there's one thing I could do differently, would be simply to go back in my teenage, in my student career, and live with passion. Whatever you have going on in your life as a student, give it 100%. Live with no regrets whatsoever. Give it 100%. Whatever your passion is, go for it and just make it happen. One way to be able to live out your dreams is first just journal it, write it down. whatever you're thinking, whatever the moment is, write it down. Sometimes we tend to get off focus, but to go back and just know exactly what you have in life, whatever's going on in your life, that you wrote that down, and to live out that passion. You know, be able to take that with all you have and pursue it to its 100%, to its very fullest. And thirdly, just make sure you get good people around you, get encouragers, get motivators, and do everything you can to live for that experience.